Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd, and let's just get right into it. Here's my review of Pixels. Spoilers, all in this thing. If you got a problem with it, if you really are concerned about spoilers for Pixels, then you got a problem. There are some good things that I have to say about it. You gotta give credit where credit is due. No matter how you feel about this movie, you have to give praise to the visual effects in this thing. The visual effects team did a wonderful job in bringing 2D pixelated characters into 3D voxelated form. Seeing these characters on the screen interacting in the real world, it was really well done. Visually pleasing. Those are definitely the most exciting parts of the movie. And of course, if you are a fan of 80s arcade games like I am, you're gonna get that nostalgia flashback when you see Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and Space Invaders and Galaga. Paperboy is in this. Q*bert, of course, is in this. You see all those classic characters and it makes you really happy. And of course, they show you some arcade games as well. You're gonna love seeing them on the big screen for the short time period they are there. Peter Dinklage, he does the best he can because he's Dinklage. He's just a man. And I have to actually say that I really liked the beginning of this movie. The beginning of the movie takes place in 1982. It's all the characters as kids, and it takes place during the video game championship. And the way that it's filmed, the way that it looks, it feels like an 80s movie. Is tinted to a certain extent. It's all about the arcade games and playing the games. The way that they do visuals to show you how the kids are playing the games. It was actually very interesting and intriguing, and it made me think of a couple things. I thought, one, this could be the entire movie. We could totally have a whole movie made in the 80s about a video game competition, you know, like a fictionalized King of Kong, something like that. The other thing I thought about was maybe this should have actually starred kids. Like, it should be like a Goonies type thing. Like, instead of this taking place in present day, what if it actually took place in the 80s? The arcade games somehow attacked whatever backstory they want to give to make them attack, and it was actually these arcade champions as kids and teens. If Adam Sandler and friends want to still be in it, they could be the parents, because then that would have made for like a fun adventure type thing. And with Chris Columbus directing, that seems to be something he's really good in. I mean, the man did Home Alone and Harry Potter, so that seemed like that'd be the type of thing that he could do, have that kind of magic and wonder into the video game world. That little section, that first part, was actually interesting. The moment it cuts to present day with Adam Sandler and friends, if there is not a video game pixelated character on the screen, this movie is terrible. It's bad. It's really, really bad. The reason why I tried to give this movie the benefit of the doubt when all the trailers came out was because I was like, maybe this will be an action comedy movie about video games and Adam Sandler just happens to be in it. No. From the moment you see the Happy Madison logo coming on the front of the screen, this is an Adam Sandler movie that just happens to have a video game war in it. It goes back and forth. That's the problem with this movie. It goes back and forth from being a Happy Madison movie to being this action adventure comedy. All those things that you see from those Happy Madison films, it's all in here. If this was just a regular basic Adam Sandler comedy, your Jack and Jill, your Don't Mess with Zohan, or whatever of those, I think people would have been fine. They were like, all right, whatever, same old, have fun with That's My Boy. But the fact that you brought in with you Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and Space Invaders and Galaga and Q*bert, that you brought them in with you, that you took them down with you, that's what makes me and others so mad. And Adam Sandler, everyone's getting mad at him, attacking him. I feel bad for the dude, because he sometimes doesn't look like he wants to be there. You look at Adam Sandler and friends when they're fighting Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and all that stuff. That's when they're having the most fun. That's when it seems like they're enjoying themselves, because I'm sure it was something different. This is something that no one really don't get to do, and they finally get to do it. And then just when you think you're having fun with that, it's like, nope, we don't want to spend too much on the budget, so let's go back to just having your same shtick. Let's have Nick Swartzen make his cameo, Kevin James being the president of the United States for some reason, Adam Sandler getting mad and calling Michelle Monaghan snobby because she wouldn't make out with him the first time they met, and I'm completely serious about that. The point ain't about them, it's about the spectacle of being eaten by Pac-Man, barrels being thrown at you by Donkey Kong. That's what we came to see, so it just hurts when you're waiting. I mean, waiting for just one video game character to just show up. I want to see what this movie would have been like if the people that made like Scott Pilgrim or Wreck-It Ralph or Lego Movie, someone like that taking the reins on this would have been interesting. It would have been different. It would have been exciting because they would have known what they were working with. When you can get Lego blocks to be interesting and you can't do that with the classic video game characters who were growing up for several years, come on. I don't know who this movie is for. It's very family friendly. There's not a lot of dirty jokes in it. So I'm guessing they're trying to make this for kids or for family, but who's gonna remember as kids some of these characters? I mean, there's a Max Headroom reference. What kid in 2015 knows who Max Headroom is. I knew who he was. I was super excited to see him. But I can't imagine any kid looking there going, oh, that's Max Headroom. I know him. No, you don't. Was this movie pro-nerd or anti-nerd? Because they try to market like, oh, it's this geek movie. Oh, you know, we've got the gamers here. But they make fun of them the whole time. You know, they're always seen as losers, but then they're not good themselves because they're just stupid all the time. Oh my God. Sorry. I lost it. I was on a path and I completely lost it. Seriously, Nintendo, you will not make another movie because of how mad you're about Super Mario Brothers, and you didn't let Mario in Wreck-It Ralph, and yet you let Mario, Donkey Kong, Duck Hunt Dog, all in this movie? You won't make a Super Mario Brothers animated film with Sony, but you will allow them to use your pixelated creations in this? What is your problem? But even with all that, I was gonna give this movie the benefit of the doubt, because you know why? Because they had my man in it, Q*bert. Q*bert, right? They can't mess up Q*bert. They can't mess up my beloved favorite video game character of all time. They mess up Q*bert, yo. I know there was a Q*bert cartoon, and I know in the Q*bert cartoon, he talked. Wreck-It Ralph, he used Q*bertese. Q*bert talks in this movie, and I mean, straight up Snarf from Thundercats, Glomer from the Punky Brewster cartoon. I'm Q*bert! Oh man, we used to have a good planet. I want cheese balls. Wee, bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. That is Q*bert in this movie. Oh my. And then they do something, and this is a spoiler, and I don't care. So there's this fake game that they make in this movie called Dojo Quest, and it has the lead character is Lady Lisa, and they established very early on in the film that Josh Gad's character has an obsession with her. He loves her as a kid, he's got a shrine to her as an adult. So of course, when all the video game characters start attacking, Lady Lisa shows up. For some reason, Lady Lisa can turn from pixelated character to actual human, played by Ashley Benson, but I guess that's how the rules apply then. Josh Gad fights her for like a minute, and then he bends down and he's all like, I've loved you all my life, I've been obsessed over you, I care about you, so I can't fight you, you can kill me if you want, but I truly, truly love you. And freaking Lady Lisa drops her swords, picks him up, kisses him, and they're in love, and becomes his fiance too. Seriously. So every time the aliens win, they take a person away as a trophy. So every time that Adam Sandler and his crew wins, they give them a video game character as a trophy. That's how Q*bert ends up in this movie. When the war is over, all the characters got to go away. Lady Lisa goes away as well because she was part of the invasion. Josh Gad, of course, is all sad. He's like, that was a woman I loved. She's gone. And why is Q*bert still here? Because Q*bert was a trophy. So Q*bert, kid you freaking not, with no explanation at all, morphs and changes and becomes Lady Lisa. The trophy now goes from being Q*bert to the trophy being Lady Lisa that then Josh Gad marries. Technically, it's still Q*bert, which they showcase in a later scene at the end of the movie. They turn Q*bert into a fake video game character that doesn't even exist in the real world, just so that Josh Gad, for some reason, can have a love interest who, did I mention she never talks? She does not say a single line in the entire freaking movie. What is the point of this character? You do Q*bert like that? Are you serious? After we've seen him immortalized, loved in Wreck-It Ralph. How dare you? You don't deserve Q*bert. Play an old video game and give it the love and respect it deserves. This is what you do with this movie. You rent it when it comes out on Redbox. You find the scenes where the video game characters are there and you just show those parts. I'm not mad, I'm not angry. I'm more just disappointed in Pixels. This is a movie that had so much potential with its premise. This could have been a really good, strong movie. It's not as terrible as everyone is making it out to be, but it's definitely could have been so much better than what it ended up being. Oh, did I mention Q*bert pees? There's a scene where Q*bert pees. I'm done. What'd you think of this movie, Pixels? Let me know in the comments if you saw it or if you're gonna see it. And have a good day. Q*bert loves you like a play cousin. Q*bert is Alley 5000. Chain chomp.